Hello everyone, Black Shadow here. Welcome to this update video for the channel. It is September 29th. Daylight, unfortunately. I was tempted to do it later on, but I've got things that we'll get cracking on with, so I couldn't make that joke, I'm afraid. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, need to get this video up to let you guys know obviously what's going on in regards to the channel. It has been a pretty busy month channel-wise, as it usually is this time of year. We do tend to use September to kind of focus in on a variety of Resident Evil games I've been doing over on Twitch. And uploading schedule has been slightly backwards and forwards, but we've been mainly focusing, obviously, with Grand Theft Auto 4, which we have only got one DLC left to do, and then that series will be done. RTK, obviously, ongoing with Alonso, as well as a explore into Croc 2, a game that I always wanted to give a go, and I'm glad that I did give it a go, although it's a game that I guess I couldn't hide my disappointment of how the sort of back third of that game went, and it's a great shame. It really, really is. But that's one of those things. Anyways, there's a lot to get into as far as today is concerned. Before we do, what I'm going to mention of, yes, I'm aware of plenty of all the TGS news for Resident Evil regarding Resident Evil Village, Infinite Darkness, other bits and pieces like that. For a rough summation of my thoughts, I did a podcast along with the Infinite Hours Syndicate, which hopefully I'll remember to link into the description below. That would be the best place to hear my thoughts, I suppose, in a bit more detail. But the TLDR version is... Village should still be a really good game when it eventually comes out, and I'm looking forward to that. Infinite Darkness, I also think will be pretty cool. You know, doing a sort of a more episodic sort of content on Netflix should be, I think, pretty good, considering the CGs are also generally better than the live actions. We'll go with that. So, you know, looking forward to more information. We probably won't hear very much more until sort of like maybe November, December. On either of those, I strongly suspect. But I'm optimistic for both of those. We'll go with that. So, yes, October, as we sort of go from sort of Resident Evil month into sort of like a more horror-y sort of month. The horror is going to be largely contained to Twitch for the time being, as I'm still in the process of finishing off with Grand Theft Auto 4, again, Battle of Gay Tony. I don't know exactly if I'd call that horror. Depends on one's definition of it, I suppose. On top of that, due to all the streaming that has occurred over on Twitch over the past month, there is a healthy backlog of stuff we're looking to get cracking on with and looking to upload to the channel, which I'll get into very shortly. Yeah, regardless, it was pretty insane over the past month. I was running a... what's the word to call it? A promotion, I guess, if you want to call it for like a better term. Over on Twitch, it was September, where folks could subscribe to the channel for reduced cost. And I was doing a sort of promotion along with that. For every 2 subscriptions that the channel received over on Twitch, I was going to be doing a double stip game for the Resident Evil Outbreak Raffle, which I was making a return to last month, or this month, I suppose. My expectation of games to play double stip-wise was about 5 or 6. We've ended up with 44. Yeah, it's been totally insane. And I can only thank hugely everyone who has participated and contributed towards that over on Twitch. I will, once that all sort of comes through, which will probably do in about 3 or 4 weeks or so, I'm going to be using it to get a new chair because this one is knackered and I need to get a replacement. I'm also going, in combination with that as well as the Patreon for the channel, finally getting out some bits and pieces over the course of the next few weeks or so. I have a spiffy collection of Halloween cards, specially imported in from the United States because this country basically doesn't really do Halloween. Also, I think I've got bits and pieces as a thank you to obviously to those on the Patreon, which I've kind of not been sending stuff out because, you know, as I've mentioned before, the Royal Mail have asked to try and avoid sending non-essential mail in these current crazy times. So that will be happening. I'll be getting that all out over the course of the next few weeks as a huge thank you to everyone for that. So it's much, much appreciated. I'll get into all the games very, very shortly. So I suppose I'll give you guys a quick little behind-the-scenes insight of my channel video studio manager thing that I have here on YouTube. I don't show this off very often, but what the hell, I'll let you guys have a little peek. So again, local series, we've just finished Lost and Down, moving on to Battle of Gay Tony, the last DLC to be done with that. I think the Battle of Gay Tony is slightly longer than the Lost and Damned. I don't know. I don't remember this. A couple of people have said that it is a little longer, which is fine. That's not an issue with me. Again, Croctail talking about. RTK I've also talking about here as well. I have got this next session of videos up, sort of ready for me to start sorting out for RTK. I have been a little sloppy in getting these uploaded in time. It's my own damn fault. I do apologize for that. Going forward and looking ahead, once the GF4 as a whole even is completely done. As I mentioned, we are going to be moving forward beyond that to Parasite Eve 2. Again, with perhaps a slightly mixed reputation compared to its predecessor, which is not necessarily a bad thing, to be fair. It wouldn't be the first time I've covered games like that on this channel. That's for damn sure. Now, I did voice in the last update video, there was a slight concern regarding Resident Evil Village, in that if that decides to, say, be released in 3 months, that's going to make things a bit awkward time-wise, because I need to get through RE7 before RE8 comes out, because I'll want to try and get that done and release as best as I can. Now, going by what I have been reading and obviously watching and such on TGS, it's pretty apparent that it's not coming out yet. And I don't think it's be coming out anytime particularly soon. So hopefully I should be able to get through the whole of Parasite Eve 2 before moving on to Resident Evil 7 upon that afterwards. If I had to do some double duty to make sure they all got in time, then I would do that, but I want to try and avoid that where possible, you know, as sort of main lead in survival horror games. I kind of don't want to do double duty on them. It wouldn't be the worst if I had to, but for now it should be fine. Now, as far as outside that as well, more generally speaking, I'll bring up the scheduled calendar here, which I've reworked here, hopefully making this a little bit better to understand what's going on. I'd say there'll still be attending to do sort of daily episodes, in theory at 4 p.m. Every day, Monday to Saturday for the Gay Tony until we get that done. Parasite Eve will continue that trend, as does pretty much any main series on the channel does be on that. RTK still looking to get that up 3 times a week. And then we get to the backlog uploads. So, again, September has been pretty busy. There's been a lot of streaming going on. And as I usually try to do with the streams on Twitch, I tend to upload what I can, or what I feel is appropriate, I guess, up to the YouTube channel. Now, just to give an idea for everything that we've done, this is, ignore the cropping here. This is a list of everything we did here over the course of September. It was a hell of a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not going to be uploading all this to the YouTube channel. I reckon what I'm going to be uploading is Survivor 2 Code Veronica, the Knife Run for Resident Evil 0, probably a selection of games from the Raffle Raffle, and then probably Barry's mod as well for RE1, but that's probably going to be it. I don't suspect I'm going to be uploading it because it's just sheer content, and it's something I have to be mindful of. It's all extra workload, and when I've got other bits and pieces going on as it is already, I don't want to like completely oversaturate things more than I fear that I do sometimes as it is. Anyways, now, as far as this is concerned, this doesn't necessarily mean expect this to be up daily. I haven't decided how I'm going to upload these series yet. I might split them up. I might just like upload, say, like the Code Survivor, the Survivor 2 Code Veronica stream just as one video. I might not break some of these up. I haven't decided yet. I haven't really gotten around to working out how I'm going to do these. But that's, again, the likelihood of how I'm going to sort of be uploading them. And I'll get them up as and where possible. I am still mindful of uploading just, like, tons of videos in one day, because that does mess with notifications. It messes with subscriber inboxes stuff, and I don't want to be, ruining that where possible. So that might be how I do it, just because the amount of stuff there is. I might do the Knife Run, Survivor 2 and Barry's mod, upload them just as like one big video to watch through. And then the Outbreak stuff, I'll probably break into the individual games that I intend to show. We have played through 16. If I get up half of those, probably. I think that's probably about right. And yeah, they'll get up as and when. I would say keep an eye on to any YouTube posts or the Discord server, or even Twitter maybe, if I remember to use it, for information as to when to expect those to come up. But at this time, I can't give precise times. They'll get there when they do. Now, Twitch for October is looking very, very busy. We are currently streaming, typically at 5 p.m. on Fridays and Sundays. That is intending to continue at least for the time being through October, and we've got a busy calendar. We've got Fridays on the left, we've got Sundays, as well as a Saturday actually on the right. So we'll go through it Fridays first. So, as already announced, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, the very well-revered and regarded game for PlayStation 1. First Castlevania I've ever played. All of these games, by the way, these are, oh my god. This is all blind. I've not played any of these. This is all totally blind, folks, so you get to enjoy that. So this is going to be happening on Friday, October 2nd and 9th. I expect this to take 2 streams. I would be a little disappointed if it takes more. I do have to get this all set up, though, which is probably to be done maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'll kind of work it out. So for the PlayStation 1. On the 16th, a rare indie title, which I don't do too many of, but this was a game that I believe I was gifted a while back by, I can't remember who. It was a while ago. Little Nightmares was an indie game back from, I think, like 2016, 2017, somewhere around then. It's been sitting in my Steam games list for a while. And I figure it's probably about time I actually touch upon this and play through it. Hopefully you'll be able to do this in one stream, is the plan. So that'll be on October the 16th. A sort of puzzle hybrid survival horror game. Not Resident Evil by any stretch of imagination. But for those of you who have seen the game or perhaps played it, this should prove to be an interesting stream, to put it mildly. On the 23rd, getting a little bit more actiony. With Alan Wake's American Nightmare, the final game of the Alan Wake series that to be released at this time. I've been saying I want to get this done for a while. I was actually possibly intending on doing this last October, but then other games got in the way. And then we're finally going to make a return to a series that I haven't touched upon for a long goddamn time, and that's Silent Hill. We haven't touched Silent Hill as a series since I did the HD version, or HD version, parentheses, of Silent Hill 3, which was like, goodness me, it must be like 2-3 years ago, at least, if not longer. It's been a long while since I've touched upon the Silent Hill series, and I've been asked several times, will you eventually get back to the series? I'm like, yes, I'll find a spot. And this seems a good way to do it, with touching upon the next game of the series. Silent Hill For the Room, which was released back in, I think it was like 2005 or so. Again, I've never played it. I am judging from what I've been researching, hoping this will take about 3 streams, but we'll be playing it until its completion. Whether it's 3 streams, 2 streams, 4 streams, however long it takes, if I'm that bad at this game. Which is very possible. Silent Hill games blind are never easy to take on. So, that's the plan on that. And that'll run through into however long it does in November. We'll go from there. For the Sunday stuff, or the weekend stuff, which I tend to do is a more, Fridays is kind of my single player stuff, and then Sundays is much more, social sort of, group sort of thing. As I've been mentioning for a while, starting on October the 4th, this Sunday, it will be Unfortunate Spacemen, which is the sort of Among Us, Killing Floor, maybe even slight Halo hybrid game that is currently free to play on Steam. I'll be taking 3 streams of that, is the plan, for 3 sets of Sundays. The first one will be spent largely doing the sort of single player stuff that is in the game to give people an introduction to how it works. And then the 11th and 18th, looking to delve into the actual proper social deception multiplayer. We're doing this along with CM3, some folks probably from his side. Again, anyone who wishes to join is more than welcome, and I do encourage people to get involved. The more players, as it is always for these games that you have, the better the games generally tend to be. So everyone is welcome for that. Now, this was not planned initially. However, courtesy of the fact that so many people were insane and lost their minds over the course of Twitch this week, I figured it was an idea to do something as a bit of a way to give back to everyone that has contributed to the channel over the course of the past month or so. So, we've done streams before of Jackbox Party Packs over the course of the summer, I believe it was. And Jackbox Party Pack 7 is due to be released on October 15th. And I figured, what the hell? I've gone and pre-ordered that. And for October 17th, 25th, and November 1st, we are going to be doing live streams for this. Where, again, everyone is welcome to join. And I will be streaming that over the course of those 3 weekends. Again, a bit unusual me doing a Saturday, but that's because actually, why am I doing that as a Saturday? Am I doing something on the Sunday? I might be doing something that Sunday. I can't remember. But anyways, we're going to be doing that on the Saturday instead of the Sunday there, folks. So again, that was that. And then the Outbreak Raffle, which was very, very well watched, and a lot of people did enjoy it over the course of the last month. So, there's still 28 games to be played because of all the subscriptions you received. So, what we're going to be doing is every Sunday from November 8th, we will be streaming Resident Evil Outbreak Raffle, 5 PM onwards. And we will be streaming this game until all 28 games of those have been played. Beaten, lost, capitulated, murdered, however they end, I will get through all goddamn 28 of these. Because I said that I would play through every game for every 2 subscriptions, and I received 88 subscriptions on Twitch. So, while I didn't expect anyway that number of games to be played, or subscriptions to be made, that's how many were made. I have to live with that. So, expect that to be rolling on probably pretty much for all of November, likely into some point in December as well. That's going to take a while. I've done 3 streams so far. We've got through 16 games. We've got 28 games left to play. You do the rough maths. I will endeavour to get the Twitch updated for this. Twitch recently, actually, has released a schedule, like its own inherent scheduler here, which I have never really looked at. And I was unaware that this is a thing you could do, but I was like, that's pretty nice. So I will be looking to probably incorporate this. I will likely also still type over into the calendar I've got here, a physical one. I might well make use of both. I'm unsure what to do at this time. We'll work it out. I also need to get this updated probably as well. So yes, I'll spend some time later today getting this all up to date, getting it where it needs to be. That will be lovely. Where even am I? Okay, so I found myself, and that's good. So yeah, expect those to be updated, and for there to be plenty of activity for that over the course of October. I don't know if this is going to slow down a little bit as we drag towards the back end of the year. It's hard to know, especially given this year and other things that may or may not be going on towards the back end of the year as well. So I will, as always, keep you guys as best up to date as I can. But if there is a slight slowing down of not streaming necessarily twice a week, then don't be shocked if that's the case. I'll let you guys know as best as I can. Anyways, yes, that is going to be all for the video. So again, thank you all very much for listening. As always, if you do wish to get involved with the channel, we do have a Twitter sphere at BlackShadow993, where you can catch various tweets of videos being uploaded, as well as notifications for the podcast that we're getting involved into. I'm enjoying doing these, actually. I will be involved in another one this Sunday, actually, talking about Silent Hill, the series. That may be another reason why I'm about to embark on Silent Hill 4, you know. I saw it and I thought, you know what, just goddamn do this. But I'm enjoying getting involved in these. It's something a little bit different from me, but I like to think I'm taking them reasonably well, if admittedly occasionally sounding off against some mutants that infest social media, which I did target once or twice over the course of this podcast. But they deserve it. They deserve it, because that's why we can't have nice things sometimes. On top of that, as well, as always, if you wish to help contribute to the channel in a more financial manner, of course, as I mentioned, you can always subscribe via the via the Twitch channel for use of emotes and other bits and pieces and channel points, which eventually I'll find it useful. We have a Patreon on the channel as well, patreon.com/blackshadow993, where you contribute this way. I will be, again, as I've mentioned, sending bits and pieces out along... Goodness me, this has gotten a bit old. Getting some bits and pieces out here has been long overdue, as well as access to the Discord Elite. Very, very important. Very, very noble. And as always, we do again have access to our Discord server as well. Link in that in the video description as well, which gives you lists of all sorts of bits and pieces. I'll flick on over here for, again, our latest releases thread, which I try to keep up to date as best as I can. Our guide for setting up Resident Evil Outbreak, as well as other bits and pieces as well, and information. So if you're interested in getting involved in those streams, you can get into that. I have my pinned video here that I did here of my setup guide for Resident Evil Outbreak. It works, honestly. Other bits and pieces as well, various sections on top of that, and of course, some reason people keep still typing these in, and they keep subjecting themselves to them. What kind of magic do cows believe in? Moo-doo. Why did the coffee follow police report? It got mugged. There's a new type of broom out. It's sweeping the nation. Did you hear about the bread factory burning down? They say the business is toast. One day. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'll see you soon.